Hello, welcome back, and thank you for joining us again for an update on the crystals. So if you can remember, in the last video we were looking at some geode crystals. There were crystals that would grow inside rocks and kind of like a bubble, and we were making our own coloured ones from salt crystals. So just to give you a wee update, see how they turned out, some of those. So I just used some paint to colour the inside of the egg, and the rest is just ordinary salt. But you can see there now, once the water has evaporated, that there's nice big salt crystals inside the eggshell there. And you can put some glue on the outside of the shell and put some sand or paint it the colour of a rock. Here's a nice blue one. You can take away the excess bits of shell and just see if you can see any of the salt crystals there glistening in the light. And here's a green one with the crystals formed at the bottom. Okay, so that's the way those kind of crystals should work out. Just wanted to tell you about another kind of crystal. This one requires copper sulfate, which is a blue powder, and it forms lovely blue crystals like this. So they're easy to make, but will require adult supervision, just because if you're working with copper sulfate. So again, you would make up a saturated solution by dissolving the copper sulfate in water, and it gives you this nice blue liquid here. And then after a few days, with the evaporation, you should get some crystals forming at the bottom of your glass. So you'll be able to take the liquid out and get what we call a seed crystal. And a seed crystal is just a big crystal that has formed. You would pick the largest one, and then you would tie that to a piece of string, okay, and make sure that the crystal then is suspended in the liquid. So it's not touching the bottom, it's just hanging in the middle of the suspension, okay, and then that means the crystal will then grow. So as the water evaporates and the saturated solution runs out of space to put the salt in the material, it then forms the crystal as the water evaporates. So crystals can grow very big. This one is after about 2 or 3 days this had formed. So the longer you leave it, the bigger the crystals will get. And you have different colours by adding food colouring, or if you're using something like copper sulfate, it is naturally blue, but you can use any colour. You can have white salt crystals and colour those yourself. So get making your crystals, and make sure you've used your patience and you give it plenty of time, and would like to see photos of those uploaded. Okay, and thank you.